thousands of out-of-work miners in the mineral-rich nation, his words are a little hollow, shall we say. In the northern town of Fria, the bauxite mine and processing plant that provides work, electricity, even water, has closed down, turning what used to be the pride of Guinea's mining industry into a ghost town. Well, France 24's Tatiana Mosso and Katharina Vitozzi have been to visit.
1960s apartment blocks built by the French mining group Pechenay for miners and their families. 10 years ago, the Russian giant Rusal took over Fria's bauxite mine. Life's now different. In April last year, the mine closed after strikes. Despite talks between unions and bosses, it never reopened. Former employees now stand idle. The city that depended on their wages, paralysed.
The bosses have never wanted to sit down with the union. Finally, they went on with their plans and closed the plant. That's left us with no wages and no help for nearly 2 years now.
Fria's mine is at the centre of this 120,000-strong community. It provides the city's water, electricity. Mine owners have even built hospitals and schools. Its closure is being felt everywhere. Amadou is 50 and has been jobless for nearly 2 years. He told us he could only afford one meal a day for his children. He was upset and angry.
What we are worried about is why the government won't make Rusal respect the rule of law and pay its workers. I've been working at that mine for 30 years. I can't use those skills anywhere else. They can't abandon me like that.
The plant that once turned bauxite into aluminium now has a skeleton staff of volunteers. They keep electricity and water supply going for the town. Rusal didn't reply to our calls for comment, but according to the Guinean government, the mining giant is ready to pay some compensation to former staff. But for NGO Transparency International, the Fria's situation raises questions about Guinea's mining contracts.
Guinea's mining contracts have been negotiated in secret and signed on the sly. Since this government came into power, it has undertaken some reforms. Now it needs to turn these reforms into action, so that the mining sector realizes its potential.
There is a glimmer of hope for Fria's workers. Guinea's mining minister told us the plant's just been inspected to see if it could be reopened or converted. Workers should know what the future holds by the end of October.
Yeah, report there for today's focus from Katharina Vitozzi. Now we're going to sport. Ligue 1 and the Premier League.